Greetings, this is Kal Kat, the Kal Katster, and we are nearing the annual toy and super show thing by next weekend, and we'll be there, and yeah, so once again, and yeah, going over the Kal Kat show, first couple seasons, which were done in full screen, and so we were reviewing some stuff that we left hanging back there in the first season and second season, and decided that we'd start this little snippet off by updating you on the whereabouts of the story. A long time ago, we did this episode, Characters and Story. We did an episode about Hobie Scratchkins, and he was a guru, a love guru, and a story about a celebrity. First of all, where's Hobie Scratchkins been since 2010? He appeared briefly as the sort of the Russian guy. He was playing the Russian guy in the Gaga video parody, and that wasn't Cowpoke. That was him. Wasn't all that clear. He was also the Eminem guy, so he's Shubalafa, basically. We gave him a name this season, Shubalafa, and although he was just a rap guy, so he was also the Russian guy, and he was also the sort of. He wasn't supposed to be the Trekkie though, but so the Gaga video has that, and the guy with the headdress covering his face, he was covering his eyes, the white headdress. He was another guy. He was Tom Brookston playing the Party Monster. So that's what happened to him. Hobie Scratchkins isn't supposed to be a racist character at all. He's supposed to be sort of a Raxler-like character, but also more like a love guru. All the love guru and Mike Myers, although we thought of ours first a long time ago. Ours is clearly a reference to the little lady from Vermont, the Dr. Ruth Westheimer, little Jewish German lady from Vermont, and he's got sort of this weird Prussian Indian accent, which goes all over the place anyway. So he's not really from India, and he's not really Russian, he's not really Turkish, he's just sort of a mutt character. So yeah, and he's not meant to be anything except somewhere in Eastern Europe, I guess, Middle East, but Eastern Europe, and yeah. So he has a very brief cameo in the Mousetrap 2. He plays a voice in that. You can hear him in the background, and he's the spooky voice. So yes, he's in there. Everybody's in that one. Everybody's got something. Even Morton Roadkill is back as the Galvatron and Megatron, and everybody was back in that one. That was fun. Mark's Cards was actually in that as the villain, which was cool. And yeah, so okay, so that's all we got. Pretty much, we left some characters open ended. Didn't do anything with them after that. So whatever. I'm going to move slightly over there for the next thingy here. Also, there was a episode that's rastering there that concerned the Kal Kat appearance at the premiere of She's the Man at the Great Mall about 10 years ago now. There was some. Well, it was reported on in this episode back in second season that all that happened, and it did happen. There were some inconsistencies. I'm going to clear them up. Yes, Kal Kat was on hand for that. Originally, I was in the mall, and I was in the mall, and I actually contacted via cell phone my sister and my niece and nephew and said, there's going to be Amanda Bynes. She's going to be here for this movie premiere. And I was there for the movie premiere anyway. And so I was already there. And would you like to come to the movie premiere? And there's a big long line. Thousands of kids waiting for this thing. And a big long line. Maybe, I don't know, 5,000, 6,000 people. It seemed like a lot more than that, though, at first. Maybe it was more. It could have been. But they couldn't all go to the same movie. So they had it at the 10 screen. And they had it playing on a couple screens. So there was a lot of us there. So it was a big event, too. It was like a big concert event, really. They had gone on to another concert. Turns out they weren't going to be going. They were going to go later on to another concert at the time. Later on, they went on to the Lady Gaga concerts when they started. So, back in the day. They still do that. They've recently into some others as well. The Miley Cyrus concerts, all the big ones now. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, they go to all those. They go to the big ones. They've gone to the YouTube video thing, shout out thing. And if I had more hits, I would be at the YouTube video thing showing them, but I don't. So yeah, here is we released just the Kal Kat and Mark's Card stuff from the Kal Kat show, first season, second season, all the way up to this season, which is the 6th. And back to that story. Updating that story. Yes, Kal Kat, just Kal Kat, acting a bit like Silly Kelly. I was there at the Amanda show, and we had all of the Wolf Rocker, the Wolf Fox thing doing the thing. It wasn't Wild 105. It was the other station, Wolf, and they were doing a big. It was them. They were promoting it, and they allowed some of the people that showed up that day to assist with hyping it. So technically, Kal Kat was not working for the station. No. He wasn't a volunteer either, but because I was there early on, I was kind of sort of one. So they just said, this guy's here, he's just going to act like an ad promoter guy, I guess. Stand there and rile up the crowd. Okay, fine. So I wasn't a volunteer, but they let me be one. So the station let me. I didn't sign any contract. I was just there. I had a little bit of a cold, and it was like a local thing. It was kind of a weather thing too. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, that was interesting. We had this concert, and all those events happened the way they did. There was a movie premiere. She's the Man. I got the poster. I got the press kit. I got all the exciting stuff as a guest, volunteer, that kind of thing. I got the press kit for Transformers as well when that came out via the email. But this one, they had them there and they were giving them out, so I got one. So I got a press kit. So they just assumed that they never asked, and I didn't say I wasn't with the press. Had they asked, I would have said, yes, I'm not with the press. I'm not with the station. I just showed up at this concert, and it was an all-day thing. So, whatever. You're in the know. And I had a cool poncho jacket, So poncho, I had the whole thing. I looked like I could be in the station. But yeah, the poncho from the Mexico trip. And so, yeah. So I was there, and Channing Tatum was there, and a couple other actors. I can't think of them right now, but they were there too. And it was before Channing was Tatum Channing was I keep getting that stuff. Channing Tatum, and before he got famous, actually, this movie is the one that started it, and more so than for Bynes, who kind of did Sydney White and did a cameo at Hairspray and some of the other stuff, the Hairspray remake. But then her career kind of tanked. And Amanda Bynes later became kind of reclusive and nuts. And last year she apparently tried to start a fire in someone's driveway. Just just because, like Sheila Booth and some of the other stars who sort of went like, I'm gonna do crazy stuff now. Yeah, so they should re-release. They still should put the DVDs out because now it'd be interesting to see what that's all about. And I was at a retreat where recently last year where they were doing they're like, oh, name your secret crush. Ah. Of course, I thought around and I thought, well, the secret crushes are actually at the retreat. So, but I didn't say that. So I said, Amanda Bynes. Yeah, that's a secret crush. That wasn't a secret though. So I was like, they're all like, that's nice. That's gross. I don't like Amanda Bynes. Yeah, no, the crazy one, the current one that's like nuts. Yeah, that one. Not when she was like on the Amanda show. That would be gross. But no, the crazy one. Okay, yeah, that would be kind of a secret, except it isn't. Yeah, knowing the second season episode there, I already mentioned it. No, I don't really have a crush. It's just a funny thing to say that. Because I couldn't think of anybody else. Didn't want to say it. So there was like a. It's funny that like the two characters there that were acknowledged 10 years ago, there were two child stars from the local church. Child stars. They were from the dramas at the church, and that means they're not stars. They're just local, right? And they were kid stars, and they were also in the Rainbow Theater and that kind of thing. One of them was. The other one wasn't. The sister was, and the other one. They were at the this thing, She's the Man premiere as well. And they were further back down the line. Like there were, at this point, there were over 2,000 people there, and they were way back there, like maybe 100 people back there. And and when the line finally came through, they were upset because they didn't get an autograph, and I was on my way up to get the autograph. And the Mayans, and they're, oh no, we're not going to get an autograph, because one of them got out of line and she asked me whether I got one, and then I said, well, I'm going to go up there and get one, and we'll see what we can do. That's what I said. See what we can do about that. So and they knew about Photoshop and that kind of thing, so they figured immediately, oh, he's just going to make, if he can get in there, you're going to get us a copy, which is essentially what I did. So, yeah, I did that. So basically the movie premiere starts, and they don't know about getting the copy. They've missed the other thing. Yeah, dang chair. Yeah, hold on a minute. Okay, they've missed the autograph signing. They're still waiting in line, and they're about to miss the premiere. There are 25, 30 people behind me, and the usher closes the gate, puts up the rope in front of them, and they're all, their faces sank. They're like, 12 or 13. It's Megan and Katie and little sister Daniel. And they're like, oh no, we're not going to get in. And I think it might have been. But now they're in college. Now the youngest one just went into college, and the other two are in second or third year, I think. Something like that. Volunteer at that event. So although I didn't really have clout, they let me have clout for some reason because I was very animated. So the usher guy cuts off the rope. Two girls are back there. They're just like, now what do we do? We're not even going to get into the movie. And I look over there and I said, those girls, they're with me. They got left out. They're in the back and they got left out. Bring them up here. And they're like, okay. So they're like, oh God, let them in. And they're like, the 22 are probably going to start a riot. So they're like, let them in too. Those 20 of us go in. Extra. 20 extra. In their movie. Of course, Tatum and Amanda and two others are kind of annoyed that they got to scrunch in like, sardines to a theater to watch the movie. But, oh well. So we watched the movie. And apparently the stars actually snuck out of the movie while it was playing. Went and did something else. Went to the press room and hung out. Everybody gets done with the movie's over. Megan and Katie are still annoyed that they didn't get autographed pictures. I've got mine. So I'm all press corps still over there. I'll take care of it. so I was all like, you guys just take care of it. You got a press kit? I should be able to go over there and talk to him. So, yeah. If they asked who I was. Well, it turns out that I didn't actually ask the press kit people about other signings. What I did ask the wild guy is that if I could take the picture I had and copy it. And they said, we don't care. It's yours. Go do it. So, I go home, go into Photoshop, take the picture with the autographs on it. A picture of Amanda Bynes. And make some copies of it. And then next Sunday, give them manila envelopes with the pictures in them. You know, the younger one didn't want a picture of it. He didn't care either way. So it's just basically, Katie and me. So I basically go up to Mr. Palmer and Mr. Williams the next day because they're at the church and they're in the choir. They're in the band and I'm in the choir. So I go up to them and I say, yeah, and then they come up to me because you know the Williamses and the Palmers, and they come up and they're all like, yeah, we heard you were at the at the Amanda thing, and and yeah, so I was all I was at the Amanda thing last night, and not only that, I heard that your daughters did not get any autographed pictures. Well, I did, and here are copies of them. I said there were copies. Here are the copies of the autographed pictures. Manila envelope. They're signed by Amanda Bynes. They were official pictures signed by. They're like, how did you? well, it's like, just give them pictures, and they were very appreciative. They were like, how did you do that? Well, they didn't ask that I wasn't press, so they just let me copy it. So I did. There's the story. Yeah. Good Samaritan story. Copying pictures for the Amanda show. Is it a pity that she isn't popular? The shows didn't peter out. You didn't get in trouble. It was a gift from the show. That actually inspired me to go back to school to San Jose State and go into journalism because I figured I was really good at advertising and animating this little group of people that after a while were getting tired of being there, and so I went to San Jose State back there. Also I needed more skills, not just otherwise I needed to learn this blogging stuff and learn this new internet stuff and magazines. The future was going to be all online, and you're not going to be able to have newspaper guys. Still a few newspaper guys, but mainly we do blogs now. Mainly we're on the net. We do that. I don't get paid for this at all. So don't try to sue me for that. But yeah, it doesn't. But it's fun just to do it. So So maybe Amanda Bynes will go to recovery or something, or cure of whatever it is happening with her. Hopefully. A lot of those child stars did that. Lindsay Lohan, a mess. The Olsen twins were kind of a mess. Britney Spears is a mess. Miley Cyrus is a mess. It's like Hollywood is just cranking out all these. Gomez is kind of a mess too. They're really cranking out all these people. They end up getting famed too quick. They end up getting all messed up. But so